Hi, I'm Alex. I'm the archivist here at University of Salford, and we're going to have a look at a few items from the archive about the history of Maxwell Hall. So this was where all the gigs were held. One of the former students told us about how he was involved in organising gigs, and he got out of the blue phone call to say Paul McCartney and Wings were on the way to play at Salford. One of the kind of most iconic gigs was when the Smiths played in 1986, and we've got some unseen photos from that gig on the archive collection. But one of the kind of interesting things about that gig is afterwards the university invests money into reinforcing the floor so that they could hold gigs here again into the future.
For those who attended Salford, I think the collection can take them back to a time that they won't necessarily have many or any memories from, as obviously it's from a time period without phones and social media, which is unimaginable at concerts today.
So here we are in the archive, and what I've done, I've got some of the material out for you that features in the digital archive collection. So some of my favourite things in the archive are the reviews of gigs that featured in the Salford Students' Union newspaper. So here's an issue from May 1985, and if we just take a look inside, here on page 4 is a review for the New Order gig that took place at Maxwell in April 1985. So what we've got here is a photo that probably very few people have seen because it was only published in the Student Union newspaper, and this is a review of the whole gig. The writer here says, "The support, Happy Mondays, were instantly forgettable." We see here a review for U2. And again, there's some photos here that might not have been seen before. You can see all of the band on stage. And what I love about these newspapers is the reviews themselves. You kind of get a sense of what it was like being in the audience for these gigs. You know, it's clear reading this review that this reviewer was not necessarily a great fan of U2, but he acknowledged that other people would have gone to the gig and been really happy. We didn't know that this existed until a former student sent us his copy of this newspaper, and that's when we found the U2 review. So this is one of the tickets that we have in the collection. So a lot of the tickets were shared with us by people who attended the gigs, but this is one that we've actually got in the collection, and this was for the James gig that took place. And again, the price, so £3 in advance or $3.50 on the door. I did attend Sounds from the Other City last year, and you really got a sense attending that what it might have been like back in the day. You know, Salford has this really strong music identity, and it's something that should be celebrated, and it should be something that's put on the map.